Welcome to Borussia Dortmund's virtual stadium tour. My name is Si Wang, and as you can see, I'm standing right in front of our world-famous Signal Iduna Park together with our BVB legend, Patrick Ovomoyela. Together, we'll be showing you our favorite spots in the stadium, and Patrick will share some of his favorite personal memory here. So looking forward to that. And so Patrick, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, actually.
Wonderful. And I have to admit, no matter how many times I've been to the stadium, it always feels so special for me every time I'm here. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a special place, not just for me, but just look at this huge giant of concrete and steel. What they've done to build this is just extraordinary. The pylons supporting the roof. Look at them. I mean, in bright yellow, obviously our colors, yeah. But 62 meters high. That's why we need a drone to cover this giant of a stadium, right, and to show what it's all about.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And I must say, being a BVB super fan, I believe that this is the world's best stadium. And I heard that the world kind of agrees with me too.
Yeah, who wouldn't agree? And to be exact, in 2009, we've been named, or the stadium was named, the best stadium in the world by the British newspaper, the famous British newspaper, The Times. And who will deny that when you have 81,365 people cheering for your team and making some real noise behind these walls?
That is so impressive. I am sure, though, I can't wait to get it started already. Where shall we go first?
Where the team starts, when they get here before game day, the bus stop.
Sounds great. Let's start it. All right, here we are at the first stop. I believe that this is where the players get off the team bus, right?
You're absolutely right, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And immediately what they see is this wall of fame, wall of icons and trophies. Mm-hmm. You know what? I recognize some people already here. Our BVB legend Roman Weidenfeller, mm-hmm, and Dede. Can you please help us here a little bit? Can you tell us a little bit about the other icons and together with some trophies here?
Yeah, I sure can. I mean, everybody will know this trophy in particular, the Champions League trophy. It was the very first Champions League trophy. Before that, it was the League Winners' Cup. It's Lars Ricken, our current head of youth department, holding up the trophy. He scored a fantastic goal in that final game, so that's why he's printed here on that wall. Besides him, you mentioned Dede in 2002, a championship for Borussia Dortmund, another one in 2011. I was in that team as well. Roman Weidenfeller, the captain on that last game day, and actually Borussia Dortmund collected 8 of those German championships, so that's a little piece of information. And then we have our long-term captain, Sebastian Kehl, holding up a trophy that we call our own this year as well, the German Cup trophy, DFB Pokal. So you can already tell from this side that there's been a lot of success in recent history, but there's been a time before that, and I want to show you something. So let's go over to the other side, okay, because there was obviously a very successful time before that new age, as I call it, of Borussia Dortmund. And I want to point out one trophy and one man in particular. Mm-hmm. This young guy, who's not so young anymore, but still with us, is Wolfgang Paul, holding up the very first European Cup that was won by a German team. So Borussia Dortmund, the first German team to win a European Cup in 1966. It was a fantastic team. They came out of a fantastic season and in the end won that European trophy. So there's been a lot of success even before the Champions League Cup in '97.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for helping me understand how much of a history and honor we have in this team, in this club. Does that do anything to our opponent team when they first get off, or does it do anything to our own team when you guys first get off the bus and see such a pride?
Of course. I mean, for our team, when you step off the bus and you see this wall and you see all the success that this club had, it gives you pride. and it asks something of you, that you act accordingly to that. But on the other hand, it does another trick. You're absolutely right. The opponent team knows, ooh, this is a club rich in history, rich in success, and it's going to be tough to get something out of this stadium, especially with the fans inside making noise and then cheering for the BVB.
Absolutely. Oh, that is clever. That is truly clever.
That's very clever, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I just noticed that there are two staircases here, one
Correct.
on the left and one on the right side.
Correct.
Are they the same, or is there anything special about them?
There's probably something special. They're not really the same. As you see, there's a little bit of a slope going upwards to the right side. That's why the BVB prefers the left side to go down. It's just 12 stairs. On the other side, we have 13. And 13 is somewhat of an unlucky number in Germany. So the BVB denies to take 13 steps. We leave that to the opponent. And that usually helps and gives us a little bit of an edge over our opponent when we play in the stadium.
Oh, wow. Look at that. I didn't know that before. This is so cool. Okay, what do you say? Shall we take the lucky left side and see where it leads to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, wonderful.
Let's go.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
So, this is it. This is the dressing room.
This is the dressing room, yeah.
Wow. And I have to admit, although it's a little smaller than I imagined. I mean, really, everyone only gets their space like this?
Yeah.
Isn't it a little too small for you big guys?
Yeah, sometimes it got a little cozy, that's true. Everybody has one or two compartments up there to put his stuff and then your shoes down here. But that's all you need. I mean, it's not a five-star luxury spa. We could obviously build this in here, but that's not what this club is about. That's not where we come from. I mean, this club comes from humble beginnings, and our philosophy actually is what entscheidend ist auf dem Platz. Translated into English, it's like it's important what happens on the pitch, not in here, not anywhere else. So what happens on the pitch is very important, and that's why you see this stick to your roots kind of mentality in this locker room.
Right. That makes sense. Actually, it's quite touching. I mean, the concept behind it. Wow. And I can see, so everyone has their own assigned spot.
Right.
And, okay, so I'm sitting right under Passlag.
Felix Passlag?
Yeah. Where was your spot?
Actually, right here. That's where I'm sitting.
Oh, cool.
I got drawn into this place again after all these years. No, that was my spot. We had Roman Weidenfeller sitting left to me. Wow. There was Sebastian Kehl on my right side.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was cozy. We had to fight a little bit about the space, especially the goalkeepers. They usually stretch out a little bit. Right. But they have more stuff, you know, there's gloves and more protection stuff. So, yeah, but it was fun times. And it was basically the same kind of locker room this long ago. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, and I assume that this is a spot where the coach will address the final pep talk to everyone, and everyone will be like literally sitting like this.
Like this,
wow, that's so cool. I mean, okay, so here's my little question for you. Since you spent such a glorious, quite a few years here with BVB, winning 2 Bundesliga titles and a cup, you must have plenty of funny stories or wonderful memories here. Can you share with us a little?
I mean, every day was wonderful at this club, to be honest. I mean, looking back on that career, getting in here and feeling the energy and talk to your teammates, get the pep talk from the coach, was usually special. Sometimes it was fun because Jürgen Klopp at my time was making jokes standing here. Sometimes it was kind of like the hair blower treatment when he was really shouting at you from that close. But overall, though, there have been fantastic stories. There were fights too. I mean, we were going at each other when something was wrong, but that was just the passion we had for the sport, and we all got along after the games. But obviously, the winning titles is the most joyful thing, and we celebrated in here. A few of those, as you mentioned. There were beer showers, you know, beer everywhere. Everything smelled like beer. There were parties inside that relaxing pool that we have back there behind the showers. I was actually one time to celebrate, I was on crutches, and they tried to throw me inside of the pool, you know, and I was not even able to carry myself properly. But no, we had fantastic times in here. A lot of joy, some tears, some fights, as I mentioned, but passion for football and passion for this club overall.
Wow, I can totally imagine how hard the celebration goes. Just for our sake, since you are here, can you verbally paint us a picture just so that we can all celebrate together with you somehow?
I mean, now it's really tidy, right? So everything is clean. It's not like this after games, especially not after joyful successes. It's kind of messy. It looks like, you know, everything is just throwing in here. There are jerseys and shoes and boots everywhere. Food is here, some snacks and drinks. But the team leaves then. I mean, obviously there are some people taking care of that, fortunately, for the players. And the players will head out and actually go that direction. There's another room where the chef is preparing the meals, so the guys get the right kind of energy, the right kind of food in them right after the games. But this looks really, really messy after that.
It's hard to imagine.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful. What do you say, Ovo? Shall we move on to our next stop?
Yeah.
To where the tunnel is?
The famous tunnel.
The tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, well, that was so cool to check out the dressing room.
Yeah.
And so where are we now? This is like a common area.
It's the mix zone. It's where you meet the opponent team and the referees, and then together you head into the tunnel towards the pitch.
Okay, the tunnel.
Yes.
It's getting dark. Is it something about my eyes or?
No, it's meant to be that way.
Oh.
Actually, it gives you a certain focus.
Oh, what's your head?
Yeah, I have to watch it. You're the lucky one here.
Oh, you were very close. Yeah.
Imagine being the legend Jan Koller, being 2 meters tall. You can really go straight in this tunnel. Actually, it's quite narrow.
Sure. well, not really for me, but.
But it's built that way on purpose. It gives you some focus. You can't let your thoughts fly too much left and right. But I think the appreciation from the opponent team wasn't as high as ours, since it's very close in here.
Yeah,
you can actually rub shoulders,
and
gives you tension and purpose going onto the pitch.
Right. All right, Ovo, we are standing on the pitch.
Yes.
This is unbelievable.
Is it, right?
What a feeling.
It's fantastic.
How do you usually feel every time when you walk out of the tunnel?
It's special.
Greeted by thousands of fans.
Yeah, even with an empty stadium, it's still special, right?
Yeah,
you can
absolutely.
still feel and kind of imagine how it is when more than 80,000 people are cheering for your team or for you, and maybe call out your name. It's fantastic, and it's a goosebump situation every time.
It's unbelievable, and this is, I have to say, you know, being so close to every fan here is quite extraordinary.
That's what makes this stadium so spectacular, and what makes us the best stadium in the world, probably.
True.
As a spectator, you're very close, you're very involved in everything.
Yes.
There's not a lot of space between the first row of the seating area and the actual pitch. So you have an impact on players, on referee. They all can hear you, can feel you. So it's fantastic, and that's good for the atmosphere.
Absolutely, absolutely. And here we are, we're right here looking at the sacred ground. I would say that because I heard that no one is allowed to go to step on them.
Forbidden.
Yeah, except the team players. So what is so special about it? I heard there's something to do with this hybrid grass mixture. Am I right?
Well informed.
Okay.
We're in the phase of renewal at the moment. After every season, the old pitch gets cut out, and the new one gets seeded, planted in.
Right.
And that's what we see right now. It's 84% actual grass, and 60% is artificial, which gives it a little bit more of stability and allows this pitch to be fantastic throughout the whole season. And I tell you, there were times when it wasn't that good, actually, especially in the autumn time when there's a lot of rain involved. This place could be a little muddy, a little bumpy, but not nowadays. It's perfect the way it is now, and it stays that way until the very last game of the season.
Wow, incredible. I know how much time and energy our team put in maintain such a wonderful, perfect lawn.
Yeah,
That's
so much effort
extraordinary.
for the best results.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And please correct me if I'm wrong. It seems to me that the roof there is sinking inward a little bit. Is there any significant meaning behind that?
It seems a little bit unusual, and it's not
Yeah.
broken, I can tell you that. It's meant that way too, just because it keeps the noise inside the stadium. So the atmosphere, the stunning noise can't get out of the stadium because it's bent inwards. And that's another feature was what makes this temple, so to say,
Absolutely.
so stunning and so spectacular. It's everything is really well thought through. We closed the corners. I don't know exactly when that was, in the beginning of the 2000s, I think. And that doesn't allow anything to get out of this stadium. That's why it's so loud. That's why you can actually feel the roar of the fans.
Yes.
And it's vibrating, and it's just incredible.
That's such a clever design.
It is actually, yeah.
Look at that, wow. And so here, I assume that our team players or coaches are sitting here.
Yeah.
Where would our new coach, Marco Rose, sit?
Yeah, first of all, you noticed outside, left staircase, inside, left bench.
Left?
So that's our team's bench. And actually, let's have a seat.
Sure.
Sit here.
Okay. Oh,
Now you're probably in the seat of our new head coach, Marco Rose. And I'm the assistant to you. Maybe you swap places, that depends to the coaches.
oh my God! This is his seat.
It's cozy, isn't it?
It really is
it's comfy, yeah.
So comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, as a player, you prefer to be on the pitch, not sit here.
For
But
sure, for sure.
I can see myself sit here. I sat here a lot, actually, after my injury time. But no, it's good. It's good seats. I think they're heated in the winter time.
In the winter time,
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well,
it's comfortable.
I'm sure that every time when there's a game, if I were the coach, I just wanted to jump out of the bench and start
The
to
actors,
shout,
yes, give your team the right energy.
run! Yes, absolutely. This is incredible.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
But you know what? The most energy actually in the stadium is not on these seats. It's probably not on the pitch. It's happening back there.
And I know where that is.
You know?
That is our signature south stand, isn't it?
It is actually the yellow wall, as we
The
call
yellow
it.
one, exactly. Shall we go over there
Let's
right now?
go and have a closer look.
Okay. So, Ovo, finally we're here
Yes.
on the famous South Stand. I have to say, 25,000 fans on just one stand. I believe that this is Europe's deepest and biggest terrace ever.
Yeah,
isn't
it is. It is, and it's amazing. I mean, it looks totally different. We couldn't even move being here at a game with 25,000 people. That's how close everything gets pushed together.
Yeah.
It's basically one big bunch of people cheering and loving the same thing. It's fantastic.
Truly, truly. And I heard that it's actually quite difficult to get a ticket if you're not a
It is.
member already.
Yeah, it is. I mean, BVB, or for the stadium, there are 55,000 season ticket holders. Many of those are actually for this stand, and it's really hard to get in there and to get one of these season holder tickets, let alone one of these South Stand tickets.
Right.
And there are some rumors actually that even VIP ticket holders sometimes swap just to get a little bit of the feeling for a halftime or so, and swap their expensive business seats for a little bit of that spectacular and special feeling here on the South Stand during a game.
You know, I must say, I think I understand why.
Yeah,
I would have done the same thing too.
Yeah.
Wow. So, question. Why am I seeing these seats if they're called South Stand?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, this is how it looks like for international games like Champions League, European League. There are no standing areas allowed, actually. So this is how it would look then. But I can assure you, that's not the usual. And usually there are no seats at all. It's just those steps you see, those stairs,
Right.
and then people standing everywhere, almost on top on each other. And it's a totally different feeling then, yeah.
Wow. So, my final question is, There's a nickname about this outfit, isn't it? The yellow wall.
Gelbe Wand, yeah.
Quite obviously, but still, I want to ask, why?
Why? Just imagine 25,000 people here, all standing together, all screaming at you. You're the opponent having to shoot a penalty down there into this direction.
Yes.
This could actually win you a game, and that's why they say this stadium in particular, the Signal Iduna Park, gives you an extra edge over others. This wins you some more games.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Ovo, for your time today,
So welcome.
showing us around, and we hope that our audience in front of the screen enjoyed it as much as I did. And please come visit us as soon as possible, because we miss you and we can't wait to welcome you here. So bye for now from the most beautiful stadium in the world.
Yes.
And see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.